Man, I hate to say this, but this is all allegedly too. I know how y'all is. But at the end of the day, man, from what I seen with the Mario Barrios, the way he been moved lately, the very good cards and opponents he's had lately, you can say lately he's probably had some better options for opponents than what PBC was handing out to Terence Crawford early on, because early on Terence Crawford wanted to get at Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, a lot of other guys. You know what I'm saying? Ended up with Jeff Horn, and I know he's not a guy that was over there, but I'm just saying. And Barrios ended up with Keith Thurman, Tank, Ugas. You've had Abel Ramos. Some people thought Abel Ramos was a small name. Like, oh, he's fighting Abel Ramos. It's insane. And when I look at certain things like that, and people say, yeah, well, over the years, Terence Crawford was ducking this guy, and he just didn't want to make the fight then. Man, these people use Terence Crawford's name. I'm talking about the business of boxing has used this guy's name to build up all kind of people over the last couple of years. Over the last 10 years, you can really say, they've used this guy's name to build up so many fighters. Dudes who ain't made it, who could have made it, who still trying to, whoever you can think of. Dudes who's getting exposed now, or who gonna get exposed, or everybody talking about Canelo's gonna get beat by Crawford. Now the whole world saying Canelo gonna lose. Couldn't find nobody who was gonna say that 2 years ago. So, well, I ain't gonna say nobody. It was a large group that was out here saying that, but I'm just saying, y'all know what time it is. But this is disgusting. Like, to be honest with you, when you look at how Pacquiao moving and how he can snap his fingers to get a fight, man, Pacquiao ain't two-time undisputed. Let's be real. Pacquiao ain't got everybody in the world who undisputed talking about he the best fighter in the world. There's levels. Yeah, Pacquiao got a whole lot of divisions and stuff, but you got to understand, across the board, people respect Terence Crawford. People that don't even speak English. Other boxers respect him. Other people who are the greatest from their country. Usyk is the greatest fighter in the Ukraine history, possibly. I can say that right now. The greatest Ukrainian fighter ever. He thinks Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world right now. Other people as well. So if he knows who this guy is, and he's been doing all this, and people consider themselves boxing experts, and if you say to Usyk, well, I don't think he's that good, Usyk gonna say you don't know boxing. I can't talk to you. Usyk gonna say that. Alexander Usyk is gonna tell you don't know boxing. He's probably haven't been talking to that many people over the years for that reason, probably, or more reasons than that. Bomac, he don't get no credit for being a good trainer. They sit up here and be running to give Robert Garcia and Derrick James, they be running to give other trainers credit. This guy don't get no credit. So at the end of the day, when boxing starts promoting guys like this, the sport will actually start growing. But the sport is not growing like this. It won't grow like this. It ain't finna grow like this. Boxing gonna be the same spot as that. It's actually getting worse because it's not the same way as it was before, where things were a lot easier as far as putting things together and namesake and just everything across the board. Man, you didn't have guys who wasn't professional that just came straight into boxing and start giving big fights. So yeah, it's definitely gotten worse, but this is one of the reasons why. You got promoters out here talking about they'd rather buy a house in Beverly Hills, and they lost money with Terence Crawford and everything else. They can't even promote the most entertaining boxer that you can think of that gets nothing but knockouts. They can't even promote him. So how great is the sport really? People are like, oh man, people be talking down on the sport. They talk down on the sport. They say the best fighter in the world that everybody loves, Usyk, and everybody says he the best. They say that, hey man, we can't promote this guy. So the sport is washed. They let you know, hey, if we can't use flags and what guys from and everything else, we can't do nothing with boxing. You getting knockouts ain't good enough. Wasted this dude's years, his prime, his career. And now people still want him to, I need to see more from him. Man, get out of here. You wasted a lot of careers in boxing. They're going to keep wasting careers with the same format they have. Until this change, you can bring 30 turkey out of sheets in here, but until that change as far as across the board, the landscape, the world, fan base, and people say, oh, that'll never change. Well, hey, the sport ain't gonna be around long like that then. It's gonna be some background noise. Cause that's what it is for a lot of people right now. People watch the highlights on a lot of sports. I don't know if anybody knows it or not, but this generation watches a lot of highlights. If the fight goes 8 rounds, it's a boring fight. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.